Hi, I'm Simon. I live in Derby and was really delighted to receive an invitation from Earl to share with you. I've enjoyed seeing some familiar faces weave their wisdom into this series so far as you plot a pathway through the Psalms, which is well worn, but at the same time full of fresh discovery, isn't it? And today we're looking at the first part of Psalm 18. I think that one of the best ways to engage with the Psalms is to really make them our own. And as the Psalms are God's songbook, in order to really get inside this psalm, I decided that I really needed to sing it. So I'll share the song that I wrote as I read and reflected on this psalm after I've shared some thoughts with you. Well, when I say that I wrote it, it is of course a co-write with David and his team of incredible songwriters. And I think it's here that there's such power in the Psalms, in the same way that the blues gave voice to those enslaved, or rap music even resonates with a voiceless generation today. We can sing the Psalms as if they are our own, taking comfort that someone else has felt what I'm feeling. I don't need to shy away from the struggles of life because actually God meets me there. And we're reminded that a cry for help is a valid expression of worship. Psalm 18 begins with a really powerful description of the Lord by someone who knows and has experienced him over the course of his life. The Lord is my strength, my rock, my fortress, my deliverer, my God, my shield, my salvation, and my stronghold. And then we learn what has caused David to cry out to God. The cords of death entangled me, torrents of destruction overwhelmed me, the cords of the grave coiled around me, the snares of death confronted me. Well, whereas some might see worship as a place to escape from life's hardships, instead the Psalms are rooted in reality. And this psalm is replayed almost word for word in 2 Samuel 22, before the last words of David are recorded, setting it in the context of his everyday life and everyday experience. And David's example to us is to pray in the face of death, to pray in the face of desperation, to pray in deep distress. Maybe you feel like you're in a dark place right now. The psalm shows us that God is present in the darkness. Dark clouds were under his feet. He made darkness his covering, his canopy around him, the dark rain clouds of the sky. Maybe this imagery reminds us of another Old Testament encounter when God appeared in the darkness, cloaked in cloud, accompanied by lightning and thunder, an echo of Exodus when God met Moses at Sinai. I love the incredibly evocative poetic imagery here as David's cry reaches God's ears. So God responds with smoke from his nostrils, fire from his mouth, burning with anger at David's enemies. And whereas the psalm began with David staring death in the face, now he sees God's face. And we're presented with this intimate image juxtaposed with big, broad landscapes. Earthquakes, mountains shake, hailstones and bolts of lightning rain down from heaven and lay the earth bare. A fearsome sight as God brings deliverance. As I thought about a path through the Psalms, I was really struck by David's journey and his movement through the first part of this psalm. He began by feeling confined by the cords of death. Now he's led into a spacious place. And it's here that the personal language returns as he testifies about how God reached down and took hold of me. He drew me out of the deep waters. He rescued me from my powerful enemy. So as you read this psalm today, may it give you a voice. Know that the God who met with Moses and delighted in David is present in your life today. If you're feeling as though maybe you're drowning in the depths of despair or submerged in a sea of sorrow, may you know that you aren't beyond God's reach or rescue. And after this year of walking through the valley of the shadow of death, after a time of confinement, may you be led into a spacious place, for the Lord, the director of music, delights in you.